Hello everybody, my name is bloodshed, and welcome to the TGR SMP. Now, TGR messaged me on Discord, and he just invited me to Season 2. So if you don't know what the TGR SMP is, I highly recommend you go to TGR Gaming's channel. He's a pretty good friend of mine, and there are so many other good content creators out there who are also on here. This is going to be a lot of fun. And, yeah, let's get started. Onto the server, a friend of mine called Gigabyte, gave me some iron armor to work with, and a spyglass, which was pretty cool. And, this is where I'm going to be, making my base, so that's pretty cool. So, I start hopping around, exploring the area, and I see a nether portal. So, I run over there, and while I'm hopping over the lava here, I see a dog. So, immediately I'm like, oh, I need to get some bones. So, I immediately also see this chest, somebody has set up base here. And I see a bone in that chest. I think this base belongs to a person called iTrix's channel. I don't know. But sorry, I hope you are okay with me stealing a bone to get a dog. So not even a minute in, I already have a best friend forever. I named him Sparky, and I love him. So right now, I'm just trying to find a place to set up base, and I see this little hill. I'll come back to that later. People are asking me what the animal is. I say dog. Anyway, I go over here and I set Sparky down. So while I'm sitting Sparky down, I just start typing in the chat because they're asking questions, all this sort of stuff. And you'll pretty much figure out why I'm stalling for time here, so that I can get a cheap segue in to this guy. Okay, this is who I want to talk about. This guy who just walked in is Gigabyte. He's the one who gave me the spyglass and the armor, so you know that we're best friends. He's also letting me stay on his land, which is also pretty nice. He's going to become pretty important later on. He's pretty rich, and he is the cause, with me, of the first war on the TGR SMP. You see that big green thing? Yeah, that's also pretty important. And then for the next 20 minutes, I just kind of messed around for a while. It was pretty pointless. You see, I was just, using my spyglass, all that sort of stuff. Took a couple screenshots, maybe, I don't know. People left. It was just a bunch of nothing. Then I also did some more nothing. I crossed a bridge and I started mining, so you'll just have a couple of nice elevator music while you watch me do this for the next nothing. Yeah, it's already the first episode, and, nothing's happening. I spent, 3 hours on the server. It was a lot of footage, man. It was a lot of footage. Cue the music. Around this point where I finally came to my sanity and went back home. I thought about stealing another thing out of Trix's base, but then ultimately decided not to, and I just kind of changed some things around to give him a scare. I came back home just looking for nothing, and I was just kind of sad about it, but at least I got to see Sparky and Gigabyte again. Then I thought, you know what, maybe I should just go to the Nether, explore some things, see if I can get some new materials. I took one step into that place and then realized I can't go anywhere without my mommy, so I just went back home. Defeated again, but this time with more of a reason. I looked at Sparky and he cheered me up a bit. And that was a nice moment. And then I decided, hey, you know what, I should probably just go mining. So I went into the new caves and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go find some copper. I'm gonna go explore a bit. That's gonna be fun. It did not go well. I saw a glow squid, wanted to kill it, then a skeleton dropped in front of me and started shooting me, so that gave me a nice scare. And then I proceeded to do more nothing. Give it up for nothing. Hip, hip, nothing! And after all of that, I finally decided where I wanted to make my base, at this hill. To be honest, it probably shouldn't have taken that long, which is disappointing. But at least now I have a place to call home. You've probably guessed it, but I'm making a hobbit hole. Yeah, it might not be the most original idea, but at least it's what I can do for now. Now here's another time lapse, but at least it's not nothing. It's of me digging out my base. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Cue the music. Well, almost me digging out my base. And then I got this message. So, what's going on? And why does Giga want to kill Space? So, at the beginning, when Space logged in, he found a notch apple. Now, Giga wants that notch apple, and for some weird reason, he turned to me for murder. And, I did try to give him some advice. Would you like some more? And he responded, well, yeah, content. Great. The Apple Wars have started. And he's including me in this? I don't know why, but it just happened. Out of nowhere. I told him not to tie it to me in any way so that I don't get hurt. And he agreed to those terms. He also agreed to protect me, which was good. Then the questions just started to roll in. Are you the strongest player? Yes. Okay. He was gonna go in for the kill, but I told him not to eat it, but to preserve it. You see, to any of you who don't know, notch apples are the most powerful item in the game. Well, sorta. Basically, when you eat it, it gives you a buff, which basically gives you like fire resistance, strength, absorption, power, just like, it makes you very strong. It's a drug, and it's amazing. So, they're also very rare as well, so that's why I told him not to eat it. And he also agreed to those terms. And after a while, Gigabyte started talking. And Space was confused. So was the plan. I didn't know how this was gonna go down, but I knew it wasn't gonna be pretty. Giga threw in some banter, and it seemed like all a practical joke to Space, but I knew that this wasn't a joke. He was going to kill Space. And so I waited for that dreaded message to show up in the chat. SpaceX was killed by Gigabyte. Later on, I got a Discord message from Gigabyte telling me to count down to the execution. What was I to do? Gigabyte was strong. He had netherite armor. I just had measly iron armor. I didn't even know what Space had. I was scared of both of them. So the last thing I could do was count down to the execution. 3, 2, 1, go! It had been done. Space was just killed, and Gigabyte had the apple. I tried to act as if I was innocent, which I think worked. At least, I wasn't the one being prosecuted with murder. It was Giga who was prosecuted of murder. And Space was mad. Space was furious. And I tried to act as if I had nothing to do with it. But deep down, I felt guilty. I walked around for a bit, wallowing in my sorrows, and then I saw it. The scene of the crime. I picked some of Space's berry bushes, trying not to be caught stealing in front of his own eyes. But Giga and Space were too busy fighting for them to notice me. I was scared, man. I could see these two men fighting over a piece of fruit, not even something as important as dessert. It was disgusting, to say the least. I tried to distract them. In fact, I wanted to distract them. Gigabyte left, and I tried to help Space out a bit. I felt bad for him. He was threatening the sugarcane, though. You know, that tall green thing? Yeah, that was all sugarcane, made by Gigabyte. And Space was threatening it. If he doesn't give me the gapple, I'm taking down the sugarcane. These are words of a man with his heart filled with revenge, filled with hate, with no piece of fruit for him. I asked for bones, I asked for food, I tried to get it off his mind, but I guess I didn't help. I didn't want to bother him any longer. I had already done too much damage. So, he slept, and I left. I went to go fix my base or something. I don't know. I saw some berries, ate a berry, and left. I did say I needed food after all, and he denied it. It was a new day to try and fix what I had broken. I trekked for bones, I trekked for food. I needed this to survive for what was probably going to come to me. This is punishment for my actions. Once I release this video, I know that Space might watch it. I know that Space is going to know that I had a cause in his death, in his demise, and I needed to prepare for what might happen. You know, better be prepared than not prepared, am I right? I decided I'd give begging another go, get some bones, get some food, but when I went over there and went onto the horizon, I saw the two men bickering, fighting over the same item that they'd been fighting over before. And I know that it sounds dramatic, but it filled me with guilt of what I had done. I know you think that this is probably content, but no. This is real human feelings. This is real human actions that I felt guilty for. I needed bones, stat, so I asked again. And this time, I was accepted. What did I need bones for, you ask? Well, I wanted another companion. I would need an army if there was a war. I would need an army of dogs, so I decided to get another one. I named her Susan, and she is one of the brightest things in my life, right next to Sparky. She had been sitting here since the day that I logged onto the server, which was the same day as all of this. So that was a pretty long time. So I decided to save her and give her a home. Then I was asked the question, Bloxo, why are you so polite? Even though I didn't feel polite, I still kept being polite, I guess. So, I just said it's in me, even though I kinda didn't believe that. And, yeah, that's just about everything that happened. Thank you guys for watching so much. Smiles to you.